Hi guys, this is Alicia from workersonboard.com. Today in this video I'm going to talk about starting a blog and blogging and go into detail about that. A lot of you all have asked questions about blogging and you wanted me to make a video about how to start a blog, and you've also wanted to know how I make money online or what are my sources of revenue and income. So I'm going to explain all of that and then tell you guys how you can get started with a blog and give you guys some tips, steps that you guys need to take and follow. Also incorporate my own personal experiences of me doing blogging for a little while, and then kind of give you guys a one-on-one hands-on hands tutorial of how to set it up. So there's going to be a couple of parts to this video. It would be very difficult for me to explain all of this in one video. So I will show you guys a tutorial video of how you can set up a blog and what you need to do if you're interested in blogging online, and if you think you would like to venture out into this area. I'm going to explain all of that. Before I get into that, I am going to tell you guys about a video chat that's coming up on Wednesday and Thursday, the 23rd and the 24th. This video chat is regarding snacks. So seems like it will be a fun video chat. A lot of you guys may want to see if you qualify for that. Now they will last an hour long. You'll get paid $100 for your participation. I'll have the link so that you can go there and fill out the questionnaire, and then if you're qualified they will contact you. You do need to be available in the morning, so make sure that you are available either Wednesday morning or Thursday morning, but I would definitely try to fill out the questionnaire as soon as possible so that you will have, if you're qualified, you'll be able to participate in that chat. Now, as always, you're going to need a microphone and strong internet connection, and that's really it. So if you have those things, then you can definitely go to their website and see if you qualify. Now, I wrote a couple of notes down just so I can stay on topic when I'm talking about blogging. But this video is really for those who are looking for another way in which you can, somewhat start your own business. I would say your blog would be your business. So I'm going to kind of talk about the steps into blogging, what's involved, what it's going to take in order to maintain your blog, and some strategies that you need to incorporate into doing this. For more tips, if you want more information about that, you can definitely go to my other blog at basicstoblogging.com. There's a lot of information there that I talk about as well, in addition to what I'm going to talk about today. But first, let me kind of go over and do an overall review of blogging in general. So first of all, what is a blog? A blog is basically an online platform that you can use to share information to others in the form of tips and advice. A lot of people search the internet many times a day for several different things, and so whatever your blog is related on, or whatever blog your topic is focused on, then when people search for that, then they may find your blog on this through Google. And so if they do, then they'll go and visit your blog, and then that will be a place that they go to gather information and research and all of that. And so that's what your blog is there to do. It is just a platform for you to share information. So who would be ideal, or blogging, who would be, what kind of person would be great for doing this from home, or an idea to do blogging? I'm going to say basically anybody can do this, but I really think that it's especially ideal for those who already write online, or those who like to share information. You like to share helpful tips, tutorials, any kind. If you love sharing things online, then this would be a great outlet for you to start blogging. There's some statistics that came out that I wanted to share with you guys in relation to this topic about blogging. There is, in case you guys don't know, 173,000 new blogs launched every single day. So these stats show that there's a lot of interest in blogging in general, and that it's very accessible for people to acquire a blog and to start a blog. But what those statistics don't show is probably half of those blogs may fail or cease to exist, or they may go up for sale or either be sold on auction sites like Flippa and all of that. And so really the information that I'm going to be providing is to help you guys stay in it for the long haul, to be able to be successful with your blog. And so, like I said, I'm going to give you guys some strategies and tips, and also incorporate my own personal experiences to help you out. So the first thing, that before you start a blog, what you really want to do is you want to have an idea in mind of what you want to talk about. Now, it could be there's really no topic or category that would be off limits. If you want to have a blog devoted to pets or to fitness, or you want to have a blog that you can share some of your cooking tips, or a hair blog, different hairstyles, a fashion blog. Maybe you want to have a blog devoted to talking about celebrities and the latest hot topics. Some other things that I wrote down: you could have a decorating blog. You could have a blog about coupons, how to save money. A lot of people would probably be interested in that. You could even have a book review blog, and that would be where you would go and read books and then give your review and opinion on it. You could even have a blog that reviews other blogs. I've seen that done too also. And then you can even have a blog that's devoted to those as seen on TV items or products that they show, and review those to see if they really work. So this is just a few topics. I mean, like I said, travel tips, anything like that, parenting tips, there's anything that you can think of, you could probably have a blog on. The key to doing this, though, is that I would definitely recommend that you have an interest or a passion or some knowledge on the subject. And this is just so that you won't get burned out, because you want to, like I said, stay in it for the long haul. And so you want to constantly be able to come up with new topics, new ideas, new information, new tips, and all of that. And so I would definitely recommend that it's something that you really love talking about, so that you won't find it difficult to come up with topics to share with your audience and your blog readers. Now, after you have an idea in mind of what you want to talk about, then the next thing that you want to do is you want to come up with a unique name for your blog. So say you're going to be sharing tips on green living and organic products or something like that, and all of that. And so maybe you could come up with a name for your blog called naturalliving.com. That's just an example. And so it would be better when you do come up with a name that it's related to your blog, so that people will be able to find your blog when they search for things. It'll come up. Make sure it's related to the topic. So if it's going to be on organic things, it could be organicliving.com, just an example. If that's taken, you could probably do a .org or .net or .co. You could call, I've done this before, you could call, for example, like GoDaddy, and ask them if you're having difficulty coming up with the name. They're very good at helping you to come up with names for your blog that will be related for your blog, related to your top blog topic. And they do this for free. It's a free service, but they can help you with all of that if you're just having trouble coming up with a name. But make sure that it's unique and it's related to your topic, and also make sure that it's not too lengthy or difficult for a person to remember. So try to keep it as short as you possibly can. Sometimes it's hard for you to do that, but if a person hasn't bookmarked or saved your blog, then they would have to type all of that out. So just try to keep it as short as you can, and something memorable that they can relate to when they go to search for your blog. Some other things that I wrote down to help your readers is that after you have decided on your domain name and all, the next thing that you're going to want to do is, like I said, You want your blog to be taken seriously. And if your blog has, like I said, a .com, a .org, .net, or .co, a lot of people will take it more seriously as opposed to having a .blogspot or .wordpress.com. Let me give you an example. My official website is workersonboard.com. So if it was workersonboard.blogspot.com, it may not be taken as seriously. And so it will cost you a little bit of money to get a domain name, but you can get them for about $10 a year. I mean, they have sales going on all the time. I think that there's a couple of sites. I think GoDaddy may be one of them that has .coms for sale for $2.99, but I think you have to purchase 2 years for your domain name. But you can get them at a reasonable price. But I would definitely recommend that you purchase that if you're really serious about blogging. Of course, you could just start out with a free blog and have a .blogspot or whatever you have .wordpress, but eventually you want to acquire a domain name and purchase it, and then you want to get hosting too. That's very important for your blog. So you can just purchase hosting. This is going to probably cost you about $5 a month or so. And then you can just install an application on your hosting account. It could be WordPress. A lot of people like to use WordPress. You can even get one of those website builders where the hosting and your domain name will be all included in the price for a small fee. Probably won't cost you any more than $10 or $12, but either way, you can go either of these routes, or you could get someone to build the blog for you and get someone to do it professionally if you don't want to do it yourself. Now, to hire somebody to do this, it could be a little bit pricey. So the WordPress, if you get hosting and then get WordPress on your blog, then it's really easy for you to kind of set it up yourself, because the application makes it so much easier for you to be able to set your blog up and all of that. And so now, in order to do all of these steps that I talked about already, so now you have your ideal in mind, you have your domain name, you've already purchased that, and then you've acquired hosting. How long will all of this take? Well, it should take maybe about a couple of weeks, maybe sooner, depending upon how much time you devote to setting up your blog and how much time you schedule in your weekly schedule to devote to building up your blog. So the easiest part, in my opinion, would be setting up your blog or getting it ready, coming up with a name, a domain name, getting hosting, and building your blog. I think that's the easiest part. It sounds funny, but I think it may sound weird. Why would she say that setting up the blog is the easiest part? It is, in comparison to trying to maintain your blog and then coming up with content. And that's why I talked about you want to make sure that you're blogging on a topic that you really love or that you're passionate about or you have a lot of knowledge on, so that you can continue to come up with creative content. Now, we're going to go back. So after your blog, after you've set it all up and you have your blog design and have your theme and layout, how you like it, make sure that you like it and it's appealing to you. And now when your blog is ready to launch, you can start creating content in the form of posts that you want to do on a regular basis. And so this is very critical too and vital to your blog, because a blog without content is like having a house with no furniture. So the house is going to be empty, your blog is going to be empty. That content is going to add personality to your blog. It's going to add life into your blog. And just like a house, when you add furniture and decor, then it makes that house into a home. And that's what your blog will become. It will become, like I said, a place that people will go to and they will frequent. You'll have, readers that will come back time and time again, loyal, faithful readers that will come back to see what you share and all of that. So make sure that you create quality content I'm going to talk a little bit more about that as we go down the line, but after your blog is set up, really it's done. Now all you have to do is continue to come up with the content. And so we'll talk a little bit more about that as I go into some other videos about this blogging series. But this is something that you want to take seriously, your blog. The way that you approach your blog, you want to approach it as you would as if you had your own physical business outside the home. So by that I mean is that you want to set aside schedule time to write posts, to create content, to give your readers something to look forward to come back to. You want to make sure that your blog is original. In the beginning, I would recommend that you stay focused on one topic, and then you can venture out from there, because your blog readers are really going to dictate to you what they want you to talk about. And so they may want you to talk about other things, and then over time you can incorporate different topics and different topics and all of that for your audience. But in the beginning, I would stay focused on a certain subject. And some people refer to it as being a niche. Like I said, it could be on hair or whatever it is. Just stay on topic with that, and then you could possibly venture out. So if you have a blog that's just devoted to coupons and saving money, and then maybe in time you may want to venture out and talk about different ways in which people could parenting tips or something like that. Just if they want you to talk about those things, then definitely you want to try to accommodate your blog readers. So now I'm going to kind of show you guys how to set up your blog or website from home, where you need to go, what you need to do. I'm going to do this in the form of a video tutorial to show you guys how you can do this, and the places that you need to visit so that you can get ready if you want to start your blog and you're seriously thinking about doing this, how you could do it possibly by the end of the week, have it set up. And so make sure you stay tuned for part 2 of this video. If you have any questions about anything that I talked about, make sure you leave me those below. As we go on through this kind of series in blogging, I'm also going to talk to you guys about some strategies and how to monetize your blog, also how to get traffic to your blog, but I will talk about that later on down the line. But now I'm going to share with you guys how you can really set up the blog. So make sure you stay tuned for part 2 of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching.